questions? Yes, no.
When it opened the other night.
Oh, I saw you last night.
Yes,
Yeah.
talking to me. So I thought all I needed to do
T-shirt, talking to you.
how, I know y'all wasn't involved that much in the scene, but how hard was it for y'all knowing that they're going to show this child going into school with a gun?
I know you.
What all that's going on right now. No, be a little serious. I mean, that had to be, it had to sting a little bit.
I can't comment on that.
You know, I'll slightly comment on that. I was horrified when I read the first script. I thought, fuck. He's getting bum-fucked like two fucking guards. We're having a fucking school shooting. I thought, oh, what the fuck am I doing on this show? But I had a conversation with Kurt, and the thing is, the press will sensationalize school shootings for a week, or 2 weeks, or whatever. But I ain't justifying what he did, but I just think at least he brought it to the forefront, and he brought it to the public's attention, and it should be in your fucking, because it happens all the time, and it's disgusting, and it's despicable, and despicable is pretty good. And it's, you know, so I commend him for that. If that's the way it comes across. If it comes across as sensationalism, then fuck it. I'd rather fucking shag dead donkeys.
Yeah, you know.
Cool, we have time for one more question.
You're gonna drag on that cigarette?
Right back there.
In the show, you guys deal with a lot of weapons. In reality, how do you guys feel about the Second Amendment?
What?
In the show, you guys deal with a lot of weapons. In reality, how do you feel about the Second Amendment and the way that it's going?
I'll take that. The Second Amendment is part of our Bill of Rights, and it's, you know, it was put there by our founding fathers.
The Second Amendment in Scotland is you can only throw rocks. You are allowed to bear rocks.
That's how I want
You
to
can throw bricks. That's the Scottish Second Amendment.
I'm not sure how do you feel about it? How do you feel about it? Let me ask you this. So, you know, we are a show that basically traffics in outlaw stuff, you know, stuff that's way outside of the grid. And the cornerstone is gun running. And it's an international organization. We've done it with the Russians involved, we've done it with the IRA involved, we've done it with the Chinese involved, we've done it with the Italians. You know, anybody who makes their living in a nefarious way outside the grid, that's our world. And so the discussion about guns and the Second Amendment gets very weird when it comes to looking at it through the lens of Sons of Anarchy, because, and I think what Kurt was trying to do with that horrific moment at the end of the season premiere was somehow to a conversation that's really, really, there's no black and white to this conversation. You know, there's no right or wrong. You know, guns in the right hands are fine, and in the wrong hands are nightmarish. That's the end of that story. And I think Kurt intended to finally square up the fact that we're doing a show that is very controversial, and that, you know, this close to crossing the line almost every minute of every episode. And I guess he felt obligated to draw some sort of a comparison to that very conundrum, which is like, holy shit, man, you know, this is what can happen if you got, you know, if you mix oil in the water and you come out with a kid who's scribbling these things in a notebook, and you know, and it was tough for me to watch. It was very tough for me to watch. And the reason why I said I don't want to comment is because it's not my business to comment, but it was tough for me to watch. It was really tough for me to watch the whole discussion after Newtown, what this country was grappling with. You know, I feel as though the owning of arms, which is a right given to us by our founding fathers, and the commercial aspect of that are sometimes, you know, very hard to square up as well. But we've watched the country have a discussion and try to figure out, we really feel like we need to do something, but we don't even know what to do. And so that's why it's such a difficult thing to even discuss that, you know. But he put it out there, it's in the episode, we're in the cast, so it spills off onto us. And I'm just giving you my version of how complicated it is. But if you ask about the Second Amendment, it was written by the guys who, you know, gave us our freedom. And that's fine with me.
So I'd like to thank you all for coming out here. It's really great of you to do this, especially, you know, you guys just got off filming yesterday, late last night. So we all really appreciate this. Thank you very much for your time, and have a great evening.
I'd like to thank Gras for putting so much input into this